If you're an attacking midfielder, you can learn a lot from Manchester United's Portuguese superstar, Bruno Fernandes. Since joining Man United, Bruno Fernandes has made 167 appearances in all competitions, and his numbers are fantastic, with 58 goals and 51 assists in that time. He did, however, have a terrible performance last weekend against Liverpool, but his worth to United is still huge. And playing as a central attacking midfielder, Fernandes is best used to playing in that number 10 role behind the striker, where he can create and go out there and score goals. But he's also versatile, capable of playing on the right-hand side. And there's a lot that any player can learn from Bruno Fernandes. And one of the main starting places for any cam is to look at the attacking midfield position and how you can take parts of Fernandes' game and add it into yours. If you do that, you'll learn little bits and pieces that can help you get in better positions to go out there and be more effective. And Bruno is a player that we know is a great creator and scorer. But to be so effective, you've got to focus on your body positioning. And something we can learn from Fernandes is that he'll rarely try to receive the ball with his back to goal. If you play in the middle area of the pitch and have your back to goal, it's very likely that the defence is going to step up and pressure you. It invites pressure because the defence knows that you can't see behind you. So what they do is press nice and tightly. So Fernandes has a great understanding of this. He needs to make sure that he's aware of his surroundings. And he does that consistently by checking and scanning his shoulders. When he does this, he can see the defensive pressure that is coming from behind and the side of him, allowing him to make better decisions when he does receive the ball. These checks of his shoulders allow Fernandes to see the pressure, and if there's pressure behind him, he'll set the ball back into a teammate, which then allows Fernandes to get into a better position off the ball, where he creates an angle that gives him a chance to go and receive it. And this angle that's created is in a position where he can see the person passing the ball and he can see that pass forwards to the player that he wants to play to, while at the same time creating separation between him and the opposition's midfielder. If you can get in such a position where you can see the player passing to you and who you want to pass to, you're going to have a huge advantage when you do get on the ball. So it's all about creating these angles and having awareness so that you can get in a position where you're facing the opponent. And when you're facing the opponent, you have a great opportunity to pass forward with incisive cutting passes. And this is a huge part of Bruno Fernandes' game. And playing as that attacking midfielder, you need to know that mistakes will happen. Bruno doesn't sit and play safe and high percentage passes. He likes to get on the ball and get making passes that are difficult, but are passes that go out and create. And if we look at these stats here, we can see that Bruno is in the top 9% for progressive passes forwards, but his pass completion is very low, in the bottom 45%. Fernandes will get facing forwards and take risks on the ball, aware that he's going to make mistakes. But these risks that he takes lead to those more goals and more assists. His numbers as that attacking player in that cam role are really fantastic. But he knows mistakes are part of his game. When he does get the ball in this area of the pitch, he likes to play passes in behind the defence to his fast attacking players such as Marcus Rashford. So if you're in that cam position, look to be positive and play penetrating passes in between the fullback and centre-back for wingers to run onto, and in behind the defence for attackers to try and run onto as well. Doing this creates a great opportunity for your attacking players and gives you chances to really go out there and influence the game. But one of the key things that allows Bruno to do this is his positioning. If you play too centrally, it can encourage the opposition to press, leaving that attacking midfielder facing their own goal. So to get in that position to pass forward and take risks on the ball, it's really important that you look to play in the half space. And Fernandes is an absolute master at this. The half space is the area just outside the width of the centre circle, but not too wide out into the wing positions. If you as that attacking midfielder can move outside of the width of the centre circle, it can help attacking players like yourself get in a position to receive the ball on the half turn. This is very difficult for the opposition. Do they press you and vacate that midfield area? If they do press, then there's that area in the middle of the pitch that is free, which allows that attacking midfielder to run into. So getting in the half space causes problems. They have a decision to make. Or the other option for them is, do they sit in the midfield area, giving the players like Bruno Fernandes more space on the ball when they do receive it in that half space area. And if they receive it in that half space area, they can get on it, play on the half turn and play forwards. But the key thing that you should all be working on is your awareness, checking your shoulders and scanning. Being aware of the pitch and scanning and seeing what's happened creates space and opportunities. But it also gives the idea and the option to run in behind the defence, something that is forgotten about quite often. If the defender steps up to squeeze the player in possession, then there's usually that space in behind them. An attacking midfielder like Fernandes takes advantage of this. He will see that there's this space and make a quick darting run in behind the defence. Now, not every time he'll get the ball, but now and again it's going to get played through to him and he's going to have an opportunity to score and bring more goals into the game. This threat in behind can make the defenders think very differently. They have to make sure that they protect their penalty area. So to do this, they want to prevent these runs and they drop deeper into their area or the edge of the area to reduce the space in behind the defence. Now, doing this might limit the amount of runs that you can make in behind the defence. But because of your awareness, you've actually now created more opportunities. It's more opportunities for you to go out there and link up with your wingers, but also gives you opportunities to get in a position where you may have more opportunity to play forward or receive the ball into feet. If you don't have the ball, you need to make sure that you do focus on your movement. Don't just be that player that sits in front of the defence. The defence can see you and it gives them an easier time. In that attacking midfield role, you can make plenty of runs in behind the defence and break into the opposition's final third. Doing this really creates a lot of problems for them, and it's going to add many more opportunities to your game. You'll potentially receive the ball in more space and you'll get on it much more often, but you'll constantly be a threat. So there's a huge amount that you can go out there and learn and put into your game, learning from Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes.